The history of Brussels. Brussels, the capital of Belgium and one of Europe's most influential cities, has a history shaped by trade, conquest, culture, and diplomacy. From a small settlement on marshy land to the political heart of the European Union, Brussels has evolved through centuries of transformation. Early origins, 6th to 10th century. The origins of Brussels date back to the late 6th century. The name Brussels is believed to come from the Old Dutch words Broekzele or Broekzele, meaning settlement in the marsh. Around 580 CE, Saint Gaugerius, or Saint Géry, the Bishop of Cambrai, built a small chapel on an island in the Seine River. This chapel became the spiritual and geographic foundation of the city. By the 10th century, Brussels gained strategic importance when Charles, Duke of Lower Lorraine, established a fortified castle on the same island. The location offered protection and control over trade routes, encouraging merchants and craftsmen to settle nearby. Slowly, Brussels began to grow from a modest village into a thriving town. Medieval growth and prosperity, 11th to 15th century. During the Middle Ages, Brussels expanded rapidly. By the 11th century, city walls were constructed to protect the growing population. The Seine River played a vital role in trade, linking Brussels to other economic centers in the Low Countries. Brussels became part of the Duchy of Brabant, and under its rulers, the city flourished. Textile production, especially wool and cloth, fueled its economy. Guilds gained power, shaping civic life and governance. The iconic Grande Place, or Grote Markt, began to take shape as the commercial and social heart of the city. In the 15th century, Brussels reached new heights when it became one of the main residences of the Dukes of Burgundy. This period marked a cultural golden age. Art, architecture, and craftsmanship thrived, and Brussels emerged as a political and administrative center of Northern Europe. The Burgundian court attracted artists, scholars, and diplomats, giving the city international prestige. Habsburg rule and religious conflict, 16th century. After the Burgundian dynasty ended, Brussels came under Habsburg rule. Emperor Charles V, born in Ghent, frequently resided in Brussels and ruled a vast empire from the city. In 1555, he famously abdicated his throne at the Palace of Coudenberg in Brussels, handing power to his son, Philip II of Spain. The 16th century was marked by religious and political turmoil. The Protestant Reformation spread across the Low Countries, clashing with Catholic Spanish rule. Brussels became a center of tension during the 80 Years' War. Although it remained under Spanish control, the conflict weakened the region's economy and stability. In 1695, Brussels suffered a devastating blow when French troops bombarded the city. Much of the medieval center, including the Grande Place, was destroyed. However, the city rebuilt quickly, giving the Grande Place its current Baroque appearance, which remains one of the most beautiful squares in Europe. Austrian and French periods, 18th century. In the early 18th century, Brussels passed to the Austrian Habsburgs after the War of the Spanish Succession. This era brought relative peace and administrative reform. Enlightenment ideas influenced governance, education, and urban planning. The calm ended with the French Revolution. In 1795, Brussels was annexed by French France. French rule introduced modern institutions, civil law, and secular administration. While these reforms modernized society, they also brought heavy taxation and conscription, causing local resentment. After Napoleon's defeat in 1815, Brussels became part of the United Kingdom of the Netherlands under King William I. Tensions between the Dutch North and the largely Catholic South grew, setting the stage for revolution. Belgian independence and capital status, 19th century. In 1830, a revolution erupted in Brussels, leading to Belgian independence.
Brussels was declared the capital of the new Kingdom of Belgium. This marked a turning point in the city's history. The 19th century transformed Brussels into a modern capital. Industrialization fueled population growth, and major urban projects reshaped the city. Medieval walls were demolished to make way for broad boulevards. The Seine River was covered to improve sanitation, dramatically altering the cityscape. Under King Leopold II, Brussels underwent ambitious expansion. Grand buildings, parks, and monuments were constructed, reflecting Belgium's wealth, much of which derived from colonial exploitation in the Congo. While the city became more elegant and cosmopolitan, this era also left a legacy of social inequality and colonial controversy. World Wars and Occupation, 20th century. The 20th century brought immense challenges. During World War I, Brussels was occupied by German forces from 1914 to 1918. Though spared large-scale destruction, the occupation strained daily life and resources. World War II again placed Brussels under German occupation from 1940 to 1944. The city was liberated by Allied forces in September 1944. Post-war reconstruction focused on modernization, but this often came at the cost of historic neighborhoods, a process sometimes called Brusselization. Brussels as a European capital, late 19th century, 21st century. After World War II, Brussels found a new role on the global stage. Belgium was a founding member of the European Coal and Steel Community, the forerunner of the European Union. Gradually, Brussels became the headquarters of major European institutions, like the European Commission and the Council of the European Union. This transformation reshaped the city's identity. Brussels became a multicultural metropolis, attracting diplomats, migrants, and professionals from across the world. Its bilingual status, French and Dutch, was officially recognized, reflecting Belgium's complex linguistic landscape. Today, Brussels stands as a city of contrasts. Medieval squares beside modern glass buildings, royal palaces near immigrant neighborhoods, and local traditions coexisting with international politics.